What's going on, guys? This is another episode of Inside the NFL Mind of Miami the Great. I am your host, Miami the Great. How is everyone doing today? We are going to get into some. People are new here. Welcome to the Inside of the NFL Mind of Miami. I am your host, Miami the Great, where you can get some of your NFL off-season news because we're still kind of in the off-season right now. A lot of training camp is going into the off-season right now in training camp, as you can hear in the background. I guess Princess wants to say hello to everyone. So shouts out to Princess. He wants to say hello to everyone. But yeah, like I said, we got a lot of news, guys. We're gonna try to knock this out in an hour. I know I came on a little late, but I was like, there's not a lot of stuff coming out. Next week might be a 2 hour because there is next week we will be discussing the NFL's schedule release. I think I want to make that a 2 hour show because there's a lot of breakdowns I want to do when it comes to that. Discussing with you guys about how I feel about who can maybe come out and be some winners, potential winners. Who could maybe have a great record for this upcoming season. I think that will give us a general idea of what teams that we feel like are going into this new season, 2026 season, who can come out and be that team, that great team that we think they can be. And I think that's something we can look at as we look into the newer season of the NFL. I think that's something we will definitely take a look at and discuss as a season. I think when we look at the schedule for next week, like I said, I don't know yet. I want to see how many teams are going to at least be facing each other. I'm not saying like as in rival teams because we know that the division. I think you normally have to take on your division opponent at least twice, if I'm not mistaken. So we know those are two times. I think those are going to be definitely the ones that um, we're going to want to take a look at and just see how would a team fare out as we look on to the newest season of the NFL. That's going to help us realize because, like I say, the Ravens are right now still favorite to be the people to go to the Super Bowl. Not saying that their defense is not going to be great. I feel like they are going to have a great defense, but I feel like the Bengals have done a great job as defense wise when they did the draft. They're coming in young. A lot of guys are going to want to prove themselves. I did see, and we're going to definitely discuss that. I see a lot of, which I don't know. Um, Potentially like I don't never remember so many rookies already getting their some deals signed. I have seen that, and that's something that we'll definitely talk about here and discuss here as we look into some of that probably, and hopefully we get into that because, like I say, next week we'll definitely talk about the season of who all will be matching up matchups. I think that'll be a big topic for next week, and I just want to see if you guys kind of really agree with me on some of these teams that we'll be looking at and how they will be faring out within the season. Like I said, you normally don't see a lot of rookies getting deals right away. I've been seeing a lot of rookies just get some good deals right off the bat, already getting like they're set in stone, like 4 years or however many years they're signing them and getting the deals already off the top. And I think they're trying to just guarantee them that guaranteed money and lock them in. Because usually, I think another thing too is I think the NFL is trying to do this because I think they're trying to set them up where they can after that you can really kind of be franchised, and I think that the player will not have that argument of saying that they feel like they deserve more. But I think the thing is this too, that I think the problem will be is once you get to that, I think, well, which will be the third year for them, but be their second year actually, because the rookie year doesn't kind of count. So I think once you go into that third year, I think you will see a lot of these guys get franchise tag or things like that as we go along into the season of the NFL. Shouts out to my two producers in the bag. Shouts out to my producers before we get into any of the conversation. Shouts out to Reggie and Greg for being in the bag with me today. Just being the producers of the inside of the NFL mind of Miami for today. Like I said, we will definitely talk about some things, get into it. But like I said, let's get into some. Let's pull up the X account for the schedule, guys. I don't know if you guys um seen it, but like I said, the news will be coming next week on the 13th, where I will be discussing it. I will definitely probably go live right at 6 o'clock because I think there will be more of a breakdown for this because I really want to go over the schedule and give you guys my thoughts about the schedule. I think we'll start probably doing the show on Thursday until really some stuff really start coming up. I don't know when actually the date me and CJ will start. I think it will be maybe the first week of the regular season, not preseason. So until then, I think preseason I will probably start coming back that Tuesday. Once football starts kicking up, once we start getting some chatters, I think because right now a lot of people are being concerned about the NBA championship, which we just got done with. I think the draft was real big too, so we had a little chatters here and there about that. But I think next week, you'll hear a lot of stuff next week about this schedule. So I think Thursday next week, please join me. We'll definitely try to do this at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we'll definitely talk about this NFL schedule. Like I said, I'm really interested on seeing who all they're going to be telling us who's playing. Now I know there's a lot of early Thursday games for us this year. I know I said Thursday we'll still be doing Inside the Mind. Well, I will be basically giving y'all guys my thoughts about the game before it comes on. But we have a lot of early morning games for this season. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think on Thursday we have like two or three, if I'm not mistaken. If we have two of them, if we only have two, most of the other time, you all guys will see me. I will go on at 6 o'clock before the game comes on Prime TV. I'm pretty sure Prime TV still have it. I did see some information about that, guys. I think I'm going to pull it up here too about what they were saying about how they want to do the streaming, because I did talk about you guys when we was first started going on early about the streaming platforms they want to do. Now I know Netflix, me and Reggie, we definitely love what they do for Christmas. I mean, I feel like the halftime Netflix shows are been great so far. Me and Reggie has said, how can they outdo themselves? They started off with Beyonce. I know last year, if you guys missed it, we seen Snoop Dogg. And then after that, we don't know who they're going to have this year. I don't even know who will be playing. But I think when we look at this schedule, I think I'm going to probably give you guys. It depends on, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they do two games on Christmas Day. We'll see, and I think they usually choose at least one person for that game of who they want to perform. So I think that's something to see how they want to do on who they want to pick when we talk about the schedule of the NFL. the of the NFL. Eminem at least do one. I'm not putting him out of the possibility of doing the halftime show and letting it be um, Eminem when it comes to that. But like I say, we'll definitely see um, who they have, what more news they have about that. Like I say, let me see if I can look it up. Like I said, I think I seen something about it. I think I did bookmark. I hope I did when it came to one of the games. But if not, let's go to this real quick and give you guys this news about one of the games that has already been released. Like I say, they have the news about some of the games that are going to be dropping on Thursday already, and this is one of the games that will be early. It's in Australia, so you got to understand that. Of course, this will be a early game. This might be one of the games that I will probably skip that week, and I really want to cover this, but it'll be so early in the morning. But you see here, it's on September. It says the NFL's first ever regular season game in Australia will be featuring the Rams and 49ers on week. It says week one. So we got a long way to go, guys. We got all the way to September before we even discuss it. We're in the month of we start picking up some steam and getting some talks of some things. I think we'll go back to 2 days with you guys because I do like talking NFL with you guys. I do like this matchup between 49ers and Rams, especially. We will see who will be the starter because this will be week one of the Rams, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Stafford. If you guys don't know, they did get T.Y. Simpson for the Rams. I don't think he will be starting. I want to see how Mike Epps will Evans will be, my bad. Evans will be on the 49ers. This we'll get to see. We can't forget that that's who they will have. Um, Most of the 49ers weapons are going to be pretty kind of new. They still will have George Kittle. We can't forget that. They still have Mr. Relevant Brock Purdy. I think that will still help them out. I think if they come in, I would not be surprised, guys, if the 49ers win this game to just try to get that advantage of a team that almost went to the Super Bowl and almost a team that almost went to the Super Bowl, got to the playoffs, and then make it because we know that they did lose against the Seattle Seahawks. But I think that 49ers, by them winning this game, this is how they will establish their their authority. I think that if you come out week one with a win, I think most teams they feel a little good about themselves. I think this is where you find yourself. Yes, preseason, you're trying to sort out who's going to be released, who's going to get dropped. I think when we get close to that too, that will be a time where I will give you guys a lot of thoughts about what I'm seeing too. So I think we'll go back to the 2 day live until me and CJ comes back to with the recaps on Tuesdays. But like I say, as you can see, this is September, guys. So we got quite some time before we get to that. And it will be on Netflix, guys. That's another thing I'm surprised about. Usually they do this on Prime TV. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything about the deals between NFL and Prime TV so far, but this is from what I'm hearing right now. Let's move on along on some more news here. I will get to, like I say, that will be the Australia game, and like I say, that is a Thursday game. I do like being on Netflix, guys. I am suspecting some things about it. Now, I did say before we got in here about a lot of rookie deals that they've been doing. I was telling you guys, and this is one of them. Like I say, I'm very shocked that this is one of the games that one of the rookies that we've seen get signed. Um, Brian Jr. From the Bucks. He was a first rounder. If you guys don't know, remember him. He was he was in the first round. They got signed by the Tampa Bay Bucks. They already have giving him a 4 year full guaranteed rookie deal, worth up to 23.7 million. He's and like I say, I think he's doing the O line. Yeah, he's the O line linebacker on the Bucks. And like I say, this is my maybe I haven't really been paying attention, but to me, I haven't seen this before. Normally you see guys when they go into rookie season, you want to see them kind of prove themselves. I don't know if this is something new for the NFL. We see this more with certain players, but I have been seeing this with certain players in time, guys. I do like this. I mean, hey, get your money while you can, especially when you don't know when it will how long it will last. You know how fast you'll be get cut and in this. You know what I'm saying? So and it's guaranteed money. So you got to think about that. You got to put all those variables into play when we look into this season. And he was wearing a Warren Sapp jersey, and everyone knows how much Warren Sapp is to Tampa Bay, man. I mean, Warren Sapp was the and the heart of Tampa Bay. I mean, I love Warren Sapp because he played for my Miami Hurricanes, if you don't know, and took them to a lot of their championships game. He played for my Miami Hurricanes today, so he's always a legend. Me, when it comes to Warren Sapp, and for him to be a young kid to know about Warren Sapp, that's what's up. That means this young kid has been doing his film study, and kudos to him on that. I mean, shouts out to him for doing that. I appreciate that. He's being a student of the game. Let's go to this news. I know a lot of people was asking about um, George Pickens. I This is something that I was also concerned about because you was hearing up and downs about Pickens. He's now 1 year ago today. We all know that he was traded to the Pittsburgh. I mean, he was traded to the Cowboys from Pittsburgh. He did sign that deal, guys. The franchise deal. I feel like he should have got the money. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like if he does better than the other wide receiver, I would not be surprised they try to keep him and pay him. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I feel like Pickens is a little better. Yes, the other wide receiver is younger, but he's still developing. Wide receivers. And we seen that with the Eagles. We're seeing what's going on right now with the Eagles and what's happening with the Eagles and what's going on with the Eagles. And I feel like that's something that we have to remember. Now, before we get to more news, guys, I don't know if you guys seen it today. We did have a release today on the Colts side. We had Kellen Moore has been released from the Colts today. And it says from his request. So that's very interesting that he requested to be released. And the season hasn't even started. And I think I was telling you guys one team I was really concerned about, especially now, because they was on the right trajectory, is the Colts. I love the way the Colts played, but I'm concerned about them going into this season because some of the picks they made in the draft, some of the stuff. Now, I do like the re-signing of Daniel Jones, but they gave away their wide receiver. He went to Pittsburgh, so I was like, ugh, now what? So I don't see the Colts they probably be one of the teams that was good and fall off bad. Like I told you guys, a lot of teams that did I did notice last year that did um bad. I mean, good the year before did bad last year, and some of the teams that started off good got bad. I always told you guys the Commanders are the teams that they have to prove themselves this year because I feel like they're playing with house money. If it was me, if I was thinking about a team that really I feel like needs to prove themselves, is definitely the Washington Commanders. I feel like the Washington Commanders need to prove themselves because of the injuries. Yes, I do understand injuries happen, things happen. We know that the season was a wonky kind of season. We know things went on. I know injuries happen, but Commanders at least if they even if they come in second and being a wild card, that's way better than what they did last year. I'm not saying they have to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody wants to go to the Super Bowl. You're gonna have, they do go to the Super Bowl and get in there. Hey, all glory to them. I mean, they got in there. They did what they needed to do, and they did what they had to do. So it's something that we will continue to have to see as we look into this season of the NFL. Like I say, one of my biggest concerns was always the coaching guys, and I think it's still my current with, and like I say, a lot of things will change because we will see some teams do trades, and it's some weird things that we're seeing along the season. What will make me change my mind as we talk about the NFL. But let's go to the NFL X page here, guys. Let's go and let's run down some stuff that we did talk about here. We'll talk about some more NFL news that we'll see on the site. So we're on the X site of the X line, and like I say, they still have this stuff pinned. And as you can see, you see the Raiders quarterback out there trying out. They're saying they're already hyping up this guy, saying he's already looking like Tom Brady. As out I'm thinking it's Kirk. I might be mistaken, but I know they signed the vet quarterback, and I don't see him starting before the vet quarterback, unless an injury happens, and I don't wish that on no one. I don't want to see that with no one. But if it happens, we see. We have to see as we go along. Now, I did tell you guys this about Kellen Moore, the coach guaranteeing him his release today. According to Adam Shepard, shouts out to like I say, it's a big concern to me. I don't know what's going on in the coach facility right now, and I think that's one thing that we have to see. Will it affect them as a team as we go along? Let's keep going through some more stuff. As you see they are showing King Henry. Man, he was a beast last year. I would not be surprised he'd be that. I think that one thing the Ravens are going to have to do that makes me change my mind on them going to Super Bowl is show us that they was the team to be the team to beat here. So I think that's something that we will have to continue to see as we go along the season here. Yeah, I think Henry has to be that catalyst for this team as we look along the team to be. Let me see if okay, there we go. I don't know what was going on with my camera, but yeah. So I do like seeing Henry and where what's Henry going to do? I think this team, yes, they do have to prove themselves. Can come out. I think the run game is going to be their go to. But when it comes to those defense that can stop the run, can you pass the ball? When you get into that situation, I think that's when teams like the good defense, even coming at that seed. Now, I'm not saying that Henry will still not get those plays and those a lot of teams this year. So I think that's something that we'll have to keep looking at as we look into the next year. Like I say, that schedule is going to how a lot of teams are going to be. And like I say, I can really give y'all guys my assessment of feel like could maybe come out and be a good who could maybe win and look at as we look at into that schedule. I think that's something that we'll have to keep seeing and stuff. So that's something that we'll have to see as we go along. So let's go down, and as you can see, they are showing Joe Burrow, who's saying football is fun. I do feel he can take this team to the Super Bowl. I mean, he did it once. I feel like it's time for him to do it again. I feel like the Bengals. You only hear people like Lamar getting talked about now. You hear about you still hear about Josh Allen. Um, no pun intended, but I mean those guys. I feel like out of those conversations, you still got people afraid of Patrick Mahomes, and they're calling him still. Yes, he is the greatest quarterback this league has ever seen since Tom Brady's left. Now Tom is gone. Now they are saying Medeza is that next guy to be. I don't think it's going to be right, but I think with the way Williams and Mahomes and all them has been playing, I don't think that they. I don't think he just comes in and takes his lead by storm. If you ask me, boss said producers. Yeah, they backstage. I got some producers today, man. Leave me alone. My producers backstage. They helping me out. Um, Next one says, it says, "What's up, man? How you are? I appreciate you stopping by. A new person coming through, so appreciate you on that. We are a couple minutes in, guys. We are 25 minutes in, so let's go through this real quick. I think they shouts out to the Carolina Panthers for, and you've seen this with a lot of the teams. I know the Eagles lately they did put out their female football team too. So shout out teams are putting out their females. If it's a flag football, but their female football flag football team, really supporting them. I do like this. I do like a lot of teams are doing this, and I think I did see the Eagles. I think I see Kansas City do it too. I think um, the Carolina is the third, and people was complaining about the tush push here and the NFL. And look who's doing it. It's not the Eagles. It's the it was the it was the Ravens actually doing it. Well, they did trick them into doing it, but they you see they did the they did a trick play there, and it was like I say that tush push be less used. Even when the Eagles, I didn't see them doing it. I think the Eagles won't probably do it this year. I think they're going to try to probably run more and throw more. I would not be surprised, especially when they got Lemon on the team. We still have to see what they're going to do with Brown, AJ Brown, to see where they're going to move with them. But I do great play. I think I do remember this play right here. When they did it, so shouts out to them. And I was just talking about the Texas, Houston, Texas. As you see the Houston, Texas. They do have some new players. Like I say, a lot of teams are doing mini camp. I feel like if the Houston, Texas can come, will always be the key main thing for everyone. And I think that's something we will see all throughout the season. Slot in to really fill that gap. I mean, you never know. You can see some possibilities. You can see some diamonds in the roughs. I think I'm really interested in seeing how Texas is going to do this year, and I think that's something that a lot of people are going to do. Are they going to come back? First, they did like a little mix of when Lemon was back in UCL. Um, they did a little passing, like Hurst was throwing. I already put him down. I think I put him down for just this last week when I was going over the bets on the DraftKings with you guys. I did put him down because I was like, it's a 15 um season games, and anything can happen. I mean, we got all the way from week 1 to week 12, guys. I mean, week 17. I mean, my bad. 17 games. So, I mean, anything can happen. I feel like they will probably not start double teaming them until a little later. I got I didn't put him down because they got him for like 1,000 and something yards. I don't think he might get that because you got to split that. And like I said, we don't know what's going on with Brown. I don't know if Brown's going to play half of the season right now too. So that's something too. Right now, they're not saying anything about um doing something. Football is fake, cheap. Like wrestling, I did hear a lot of people say that, and somebody, you know what? Somebody did compare the NFL. I see, and that's funny you said that because I did see a clip where someone was saying that the NFL is so much like um I wouldn't just say that like any wrestling promotion where it's entertainment. And you know what? And it's something that I started learning when I was doing bets, guys. And I think that's why I say if you guys want to join me on Thursday before, if it's not a morning game, is how you can kind of project your bets to get you some decent amount of money. I think me by I would say the experience I've been having so far, because I do make, I'm not saying it's like big money where you have these big cappers out here, but it's it's decent enough money, so you can use that really to your advantage because we already know sometimes it is scripted. Y'all all know that the running back that was with the um Lions are now with the with what with Houston. Um, he was with the Ravens at one point in time. Now he's back. Um, on that defensive side, I feel like the Ravens do need this. They really are stacking up their defense, and I think that's something that they live by. So that's something that we got to keep in mind. Um, I just right now, especially because the odds are so low on the Ravens, it seems like it's crazy. The odds are already low on the Ravens right at the back. And like I said to you guys, and something you will learn, especially in the NFL, because someone just said it, it's so scripted. It's sometimes you can take sucker bets. And I think I would not be surprised the Ravens be one of them, guys. I would not be because you still have Buffalo. And I think a lot of people are betting that Buffalo makes it too. But I'm surprised, and like I say, as we get closer to the season, I'm guarantee you'll probably start seeing the Chiefs odds go down a little bit because I think a lot of people will start betting the Chiefs here. Even if the season starts, you'll start seeing them odds for the Chiefs go into lower odds on the session. So that's what I'll have to look out for. I think the Ravens here, Jefferson, him and Kellen Moore are gonna. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I keep saying that I would not be surprised, and it's been a long time since the MVP became a wide receiver. If I'm not Moss, and that was years ago. So think about it. Randy's been going for a long time. So if it's Jeff Jefferson, I would not be surprised. But I think they will give it to more Murray before they give it to him. But I think if how they would do it if they're going to do it that way is maybe give Murray the comeback player of the year and give Jeff. They can do it like that. I've been most of the things I've been telling you guys when, especially when it came to the draft, it's happened because I'm looking at it. I'm just studying. I'm looking at the things that pop up on my notification and just knowing. I wouldn't say I'm just a master of the game, but just really kind of knowing, what I know from what now and just look what I'm looking at, especially when football comes on. I know what I'm looking at. I kind of see the direction they could already go before we go it. And I think a lot of people, I said it before, are overlooking the Vikings. And we said it plenty of times. You can go see the shorts that I have when I talk about the Vikings are maybe getting overlooked, and you can see they were running down the history of the Vikings and everyone. You see Flacco right there, one of their good season when Flacco was a Raven, man. The Ravens was a beast of a team. They just um, so back in the day, you see they just running through the week of the NFL right there. So yeah, like I say, I can't wait till we get started on the NFL week of the NFL. Let's go out of this post. I'm like in the post, so let's go back to the normal post. But and like I said, we did. I don't know if you guys seen this as introducing the 2026 NFL PA rookie prime class, and they really kind of gave you like the rookie class of who's in the rookie class here, as you can see. The rookie class, and shouts out to everyone who's on here. I don't. Oh, okay. I see Lemon name is on here. I see Simpson. Let's see. I see Baker. Okay, yeah, Cam Baker. Y'all know he went to Arizona. You know, and I'm surprised I haven't found it. I thought I bookmarked it, but they were saying before Rogers, and I think it's on here. Let's gotta go actually to it because I hope we got it about Aaron Rodgers. Being finally signed, re-signed, and I might gotta go to Shepard's page. Here they're just showing Shepard's real quick, guys, and I'm gonna pull that up right quick for you guys because they were saying that it was rumors going around that Kansas Aaron Rodgers was gonna go to Kansas City, guys. Aaron Rodgers doing Aaron Rodgers things, and it was saying that that was a rumor for I think a couple of days ago. I was like, why would he go to Arizona? They just got Bakes, and I was like, maybe they don't believe in Bakes. I don't think he's even in his 20s. I think he might could be in his 30s, not late 30s, but probably early 30s, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, well, maybe they're doing that because of the stuff that was going on with the quarterback they drafted. I was like, maybe they don't trust that quarterback. So I was like, okay, cool. That kind of makes sense of what could be going on and the direction that Arizona wants to go. But I was like, they um why would they go to why would he go to Arizona? And I was like, that one makes sense. So I was like, okay. But like I said, it was weird. We'll see. Let's go through a couple of things before we get out of here. We got a retirement here from a vet quarterback from 11 seasons. Taylor, he did announce his NFL retirement from the NFL. 11 seasons is not bad. That's pretty in the era where they're kind of getting out of it. Like I say, the only people I've seen play that long so far is now Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Those guys are like in those 18s, 19s. They're up there. So hey, shouts out to him. But normally you see guys like that because you got to think about it. They still are taking those hits, even though that the refs are kind of protecting, but you're still getting hit by someone who's in the 200s or high 300-pound era, where that wear and tear is on your body. So, hey, congratulations to him. I mean, he's announces his retirement. Let's see. Um, we got jersey numbers here. Everyone who's going to be wearing the jersey number, y'all see the running back Love will be wearing the number 4 jersey. You got Bakes, he will be wearing the number 19 jersey. Then you got the other players that have been wearing that normal jersey. Williams. Oh no, this is actually the draft class. So you got Williams, he's wearing 66. You got Chase, he'll be wearing 57. You got Reggie, Reggie, 82. Caleb, I guess that's how you say his name. Caleb, you might say, and that's how you probably pronounce it. Caleb, 94 and number 42 on the Arizona Cardinals, the draft class. So everyone has got it. We talked about that. Yeah, Caleb Moore. I did talk about that. Him leaving the Colts, asking for his release. Um, that's crazy. I don't know if he's going to continue playing or is he going into a free agent. Now, this is news to me. It says, okay, yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Vikings are interviewing a GM. It says the Vikings other interview requests for their GM job per source says Rams assistant general manager John McClay. I do know who that is. Seattle's assistant GM, which I think I don't know if this guy is still there because I think they just got their GM going. So this could be the Seattle's GM who they had back in the day. They actually are trying to interview the Bills assistant GM, Gray. So they already kind of got like a list of names, guys who are not GMs no more, being GMs. And I did hear about the Vikings interviewing a new GM, which, like I said to you guys, I did not know this. When if you watch the draft, they draft pretty. To me, they drafted pretty good, and I did not know this going into the season that they needed a GM. If you guys don't know, if you were sleeping on the rock, I think I did talk about these guys, the Patriots. We all know that the coach, the problems that he's got going on, issues, but the quarterback of the Patriots said, and Drake Maverick said that he does not believe that his coach, um, off off field issues would distract the them their defense, didn't distract their defense in the AFC Championship for this upcoming season. So he's already saying that they're going to probably be in the championships, but um, we'll have to see. Because, like I said, I think the New England still needs a wide receiver. We know that Stephon Diggs is no longer with them. He was doing court stuff. You see Tyreek Hill, he's going through court stuff. So I see why no one has picked those two guys up. Would they be on a team? Um, we've seen strange things. I mean, look, um, you see a lot of people still are looking for teams to be on, and that's one thing we have to see as we go along. And we see Patriots go through stuff, and I never count them out because but they had Tom Brady back then. Can Drake Maverick? Really, if Drake Maverick still can carry this team at least close to a playoffs, I think New England will still get behind him and say, man, he's close to that. Still Tom Brady s. I would love to see those Patriots and Raiders games, especially when if they put in that rookie man between him and Drake. I think that's going to be the future here as we go along. I think you will see that games. I think there will be good competitive games back and forth. You might see Raiders win one, New England win one. I'm pretty sure the NFL once they do get their starter, the Raiders get their rookie cornerback to start. You'll probably see the Patriots face them twice. I'm pretty sure the NFL. That's how much they want to win, get money, and get you entertained. Because like someone said earlier, it's like wrestling, man. It's like, hey, we gotta entertain you. And like I say, most of the majority of the time, you might get a team win twice, another team might be back and forth. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised it's so rigged they have the Raiders win both times against New England just because. I mean, out of spite, it'll be crazy. I mean, it's just that storyline, that story of building it up. I think that's what would do it for them. Um, we did talk about this about Campbell. He did get signed on May the 6th, which was yesterday. We did talk about that. I did show you guys the picture of him being signed with the Ravens. I did show you guys about that. We did discuss about the referee association, guys. We've talked about that quite a lot. I think I talked about that 3 times, guys. So I will not go over again. If you guys want to check my thoughts about that, um, go back and look at it. But they're still voting on it. It says it won't be till Thursday night, um, which is today. No, well, today. So I'll probably see something next week. If something comes out of it, guys, I will talk about it next week as we are talking about the schedule. So if something comes out of it, I think everything is in standstill. I did talk about this a few minutes ago about Stephon Diggs being off the team and going through his legal actions, guys. If you don't know, he's not with New England no more. He is going to court and stuff and dealing with his legal actions. Both and I didn't realize this until I could it could be on here on Shepherd's page. I think it's on Shepherd page or someone posted it of all the free agents, but both of the Diggs brothers are um Both are without a job. I think I did see this too, guys. About the Dallas-based crime defender. Yeah, Dallas-based crime defender announced that Michael J. Tubbs announced that all his crime charges against his client, former Chiefs and Tennessee cornerback Snyder, has been dismissed. So hey, shouts out to Snyder. Snyder's originally was charged with aggressive assault that was reduced by the judge to the let's go. What was that? To a misdemeanor offense and felony to report to commit a felony. So and that happened in the state of Texas. So hey, um, shouts out to him for doing that. Now I don't know if he's still with Tennessee because it just says Chiefs and it says former. So I guess he's not with none of the teams no more. Will someone pick him up? Maybe so. I mean, like I say, when some people start getting hurt in the season, and you start needing some people, you're gonna start scavenging around for all those people and looking around and seeing what those pieces that you need to fit in. We have some more news here. For you guys coming out of Dallas. Vet Ed Rusher, Dayton Flowers Jr. is signed with Seattle. I think I did see this with Seattle Seahawks on a 1 year deal worth up to $5 million. I think and I gave y'all guys my thoughts about Seattle. I do like the way Seattle is trying to make a good team, but I feel like I still have to see them play because I feel like with so much that has happened with them selling team GMs and trading their running backs and all the stuff that has happened, especially I never seen nothing like it. They won a Super Bowl. You if you was new to football, you would think that Seattle didn't win. But you like if you go back and look at and see they win, you're like, well, why is most of this happening? I don't have a clue. I never seen nothing like it before. Most of the majority of the time, when it comes to Super Bowls and teams, you normally see them together. You try to see them keep the same team and build so they can go back the next following year. I think that yes, this does affect Seattle this year with them not keeping most of the stuff and not really coming in to this year being that team that they was. Now, did I believe even if they did, would they make it? I don't think so, but I think they would have still had a decent enough chance to get far and try to at least make it to the Super Bowl, guys. I think that was something that we definitely had to take a look at. As you can see, you see Joe Burrow and Jeff Jefferson, man. I would love these two guys to be on the same team, but I love Chase. I love Higgins. No disrespect to them, but man, Jeff is a beast. I don't think he gets the credit that he gets. I love his style, and him and Chase both do the gritty. So that's why I love both of the guys. Could you imagine having both Chase and him, just and then maybe just having Higgins like an extra on the side, man? That would be a crazy team. That will be super teams. That will be a super team. But shouts out to them. They was at Matt Galler, so and those guys dressed up real nice. So shouts out to him and Jefferson for going to Matt Galler here. Like I said, okay, see you got the Jets. They posted their girls flag football team. So like I say, a lot of these teams are doing that more now, guys. So shouts out to them and putting that spotlight on them. I think that they're reaching more people by doing that and giving those ladies the likes of them. So shouts out to them for doing that. Um, we'll have to definitely see best viewer trends treaty you are. I don't know what that means, but so So shouts out to them as we come to almost a. I want to just go over something. So that was the Green Bay quarterback that I was telling you guys about. The Green Bay officially has signed a quarterback, Tyler, and has released it a quarterback, Riddle. So they did sign one and released one. Now, this doesn't mean Love is not going to start. I'm pretty sure Love is going to start. I'm not going to be surprised if Green Bay does extremely well and does very good, guys. I think they are going to be do decent, but I just think they got a lot of teams out here that on paper, long as if Green Bay defense comes out and play way better than they did last year. I think Green Bay defense last year was maybe one issue for me that I feel like they should have maybe um needed to focus on getting better. The offense, okay, there was some things here and there, but I think the defense is mostly something they definitely would have to focus on if you ask me. Here. And you can see here they said that they signed the free agent. He must have came from the Jets because you see him with a Jets jersey on. So shouts out to him. I think we did discuss this, but I'll say it again. The Ravens are expecting to sign the vet quarterback Thomas. Sources say Baltimore will likely carry five quarterbacks for the time being. And you don't usually see that no more. Um, Hell, I would not be surprised. I'm surprised the 49ers haven't done it because, man, I remember that time when most of their quarterbacks went down. They had to go to Kittle to maybe start doing running plays. It was that year when I think most of their quarterbacks got hurt. I knew last year, Purdy and I think it was Jones, if I'm not mistaken. They was going back and forth, and Jones really did good until almost to the end. It was like, and he kept him up the float. I think Purdy just wasn't healthy enough to get him all the way there because there was games where it was like, all right, this is not about Purdy in the game, and you could kind of notice that the way he was playing was not 100% him. And like I say, that will be a team that I would not be surprised that will kind of get some more quarterbacks just in case. If I was the 49ers, I'd at least have like at least four just in case. Some credible, decent quarterbacks here. And you can see he's going to be wearing the number two jersey on Green Bay. We're talking about the Tyler from Green Bay who did sign with Green Bay. I think they just was replacing their backup quarterback, who they did send to the Miami Dolphins. I think that's just something like I say, you got to have that backup quarterback for your team just in case, because like I say, things happen. You can't say, well, okay, you know, we're gonna go in and we're gonna, our quarterback's gonna stay healthy the whole year. Now, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I say, I think that's something that we have to keep in mind here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we did talk about most of this. So most of this we already talked about, guys, on the thing. Like I said, I can't wait till we see the schedule next week, guys. I think that's something that I definitely want to talk to you guys about as we look into the schedule. I can't wait to see it and kind of get an idea. You heard my thoughts about the Rams and 49ers. I would not be surprised if the 49ers take that game, especially Mike Evans. He might have a crazy game that game. And then they're in Australia. It's a morning game for us, but it still be an afternoon game for them. Um, I know last year a lot of overseas games was pretty wonky last year. I guess that's the word I would use. So we'll definitely have to see how they go this year. With some of the teams that we'll see. I think that's something that we have to keep an eye on. Like I say, next week we'll definitely do a longer show because I do want to talk to you guys about the schedule. I think that'll be much of more of a breakdown to give you guys my thoughts and just see how many people would maybe come out with a win. See how many I get right and how many I get wrong. And I think once the schedule comes out, guys, the week before that, we'll probably go back into DraftKings and see have they added any more lines. Like I say, I will keep we'll keep up with that, guys, and give you guys about what will be going on with the bets so you can know how to put some bets in, because some of these early bets you can do, I can kind of probably tell you guys, hey, this is where you might want to go, and make sure and tell you guys, hey, um when you get that payout. I think we've been touching that throughout the off season. Like I say, we got up to September. It seems like it's a long time, but we're in the month of May. June, July is almost here, so I think preseason starts before, I think, August. So you guys got to think about that. So we really actually got 2 months where I think June, where things will start picking back up. Maybe I'll start back doing Tuesday and Thursday, and because like I say, me and CJ won't probably be back until that September, of that week of September, where you guys can catch me. I think that will be the first time you guys will catch me, because the inside of the NFL mind will not be on that Thursday because it's a morning game. But that first inside of mine live, I will let you guys know, because I think we're going to have a lot to talk about when it comes down to those Thursday games. We're going to make it quite some fun for Thursday. I'm going to give you guys my top 5 teams. What was the best game of that week? And we're going to talk about some bets, guys. I'm going to try to get you guys prepared to try to see if I can get you guys to win some money. I think I'm going to try to put the QR code up here at the top for our Discord. If you guys ever want to join the Discord for our bet Discord, so you guys can come in there and just see some of the slips that we got. So I think that's something too I will add on as we go live for the NFL, so we can grow that Discord, so you guys can come in there and be in there and win some money, man. I think that's something that me and CJ try to do, especially in my channel. I try to, tell everyone, just do this and try to climb the ladder. I don't try to say go all in, but I do on the live tell you, high roller play, and I call it now Miami's safe bet. Where you do what you set it at a safe. I say a safe enough, you know, amount where if it's a loss, it won't be too big of a loss, but I don't want y'all guys to get so many losses where you be like, oh man, because like I say, it's not guaranteed that a loss is a loss on the bad thing. So I think that's something we have to realize. But hey, shouts out to everyone who's coming in. Spent 1 hour with me, guys. I know this was like a short episode, but like I say, it's having not big on NFL. So I was like, but when we do get like the schedule, I will do 2 hours, because I think there is a lot to talk about with you guys. So I think that's something we will be discussing with you guys. Shouts out to 285 people. Thanks to everyone who did retweet this the live for me. So thank you guys. Thanks to my producers backstage today. I had that today, so that's a first for me. I had to get used to that. So thanks to the guys in the back for doing that for me. Shouts out to Final Boss. She came through. Terry Walker came through. You had DJ Alliance, I think that's how you say his name. You had Air Seth. Shouts out to you. He's on Twitch. So shouts out to Twitch. I didn't see that. So shouts out to someone who's actually on Twitch. Usually we don't get the Twitch people. So shouts out to everyone who's on Twitch. We're live right now on YouTube. if you want to follow me on, if you want to follow us on YouTube, go over there to YouTube, type in Talk It Up Podcast on YouTube. You get to see some of the lives for me on my Inside the NFL Mind of Miami. I have a lot of shorts over there on Inside of Mind. If you don't want to see the sports, guess what? We have some wrestling content over there, over there for you guys that we do normally on Saturday. If it's not a PLE, that's DWE Radio. You can see most of the episodes over there on YouTube. But if you can't find it on YouTube, guess what? We're on Spotify. Just go look it up. That's DWE Radio on Spotify. If you can't find it on Spotify, guess what? You can follow me on X. That's Miami the Great 305 on X. Normally, I have it pinned on my page when you come on there. If it's not on there, you will definitely find it on our new page, DWE Television. Go over there, follow it. That's our network page for all of our shows, like After Slam Podcast, the EVP show. What you normally do is recaps and predictions. Also, what you're here on Inside the NFL Mind with me, and also you will have the Smoke Session with those guys, Smoke Session Podcast, and you will also have DWE Radio. Those are all the shows that comes on DWE TV. If you can't find it, guess what? You can definitely find it if you're on the DWE TV page. Go over there. It's normally that's the network that we're on that you can mostly see most of our content. Please give us a follow on DWE Radio on the Twitch page. Most of you might be on the old Twitch page, which I'm going to change that, guys. So I don't want to give you guys that, but it will be DWE TV. But right now it's DWE _ watch party _ alone. But I'm going to change that here because that's what most of our people was at because they are still over there. And I'm guaranteeing that this person who was coming is on our old one. But I'm going to change that to the DWE TV page here in a few seconds. So if you do want to go follow us on Twitch, we have 2 Twitch pages. One is DWE Radio, one is DWE TV. So you can go follow either one if you want to go look us up on Twitch. Go follow my co-host who's always with me on Saturday. That's Final Boss Baby, CFO. That's 2 B's, 1 Y, CFO, all in one. And like I said, if you want to look us up, put DWE Radio in all together, and I'm pretty sure most of our stuff will come up. Even if you want to go on X, I'm pretty sure you put in DWE Radio, you will find all that information. We also have, if you just want to go watch the lives, you can go to DWE Replay page, and most of that content is over there. It's nothing but videos. You won't see nothing else. You will just see the video. Sometimes on X, you got to click that link, and it'll take you to the live, which I don't know why X does that, but X is X. But if you guys want to go over there and check that out, you can. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for coming. I think I ran down everyone. Like I say, shouts out to After Slam Podcast. Shouts out to the EVP show. Shouts out to DWE Radio. Shouts out to Inside the NFL Mind. And shouts out to the Smoke Session on Saturday through Sunday. So there's always content Saturday through Sunday. Or Sunday through Saturday, however you want to say it, however you want to do it. Saturday's the week that starts for me because that's my off day. So that's how I start off the week. But most of you, Sunday through Saturday, we have a show every day, and we're on live. So thank you guys for joining us on this adventure with you guys. And like I say, shouts out to everyone who's coming in with us today on the YouTube. I'm trying to make sure. Oh Lord, Fine Boss said we on 24/7. She's so silly. Yeah, we on. I wouldn't say 24/7, but we on every day mostly. It's always some type of content. You need some sports. You want to talk about predictions, recaps, interviews. We mostly got something that you will probably be interested in. So you got to stop by and see what's on the live if you guys want to check that out. Like I say, appreciate to everyone who's stopping by and coming by today. I do appreciate you guys on that. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys next Thursday where we will be talking about the NFL schedule, guys. So join me for that. That will be at 6 o'clock p.m. because I know that will be a 2-hour show because I think we're going to really like break down, adjust, and assess the schedule for you guys of who I think will win and what rank they will be. And we'll see how many I get right. Other than that, guys, peace, love. Catch you guys next week. You already know. Inside the NFL Mind of Miami, we are out. And always remember, there's only one DWE and there's only one DWE TV, known as DWE Television. We're out.
Hey, okay, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a phone. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door.